Hi, Jonathan here, and we're on to day 9 of our journey. So today's focus is going to be very much about Facebook ads, and particularly different sort of Facebook ads creative, and also an idea of a new sort of test that I'm running to try and find some new creative angle that'll help reduce my cost of customer acquisition. But just before we get into that, it's a quick snapshot of the stats from yesterday. And as we can see, actually yesterday was again very good day. So just over $1,100. And oh yeah, that's a date check for you. Check we are on Tuesday the 9th. A reminder where we are. So yes, that let's say just what was it, $1,100 in sales, and our ad spend for yesterday was £318. Into dollars, that's 431, 432, something like that. Anyway. And so we probably made about $650 ish, something like that. I really should get a calculator, but anyway, I know it's good. It's all very sort of positive, so very happy with that. Anyway, let's move on to today's content and Facebook ads. So there's obviously Facebook ads itself is a huge subject. So I'm just going to be tackling small bits of it as we go, and you'll start to see how things start to structure together and fit together. So when I'm testing new creative, my goal and focus is very much on about reducing my cost of customer acquisition. So that's primarily about, can I get my ads to be more engaging, so we've got a higher CTR all. Are there people going through to then read the ad and click onto the link to go to the website, which is my CTR unique? And as I say, it's the ratio of that to make sure that actually what we've engaged and interested them in is then something that they follow through on and take action. And obviously, ultimately, the metric from this side is cost per purchase and getting that number down. So what I'm going to do is take you inside my Facebook Ads Manager and see how things are doing, and give you an idea of the sort of creatives that I'm running and what I'm looking to do next. So here we are inside the Ads Manager. Actually, this is from yesterday. And as I've said before, I've got two main campaigns. I've got my main sales campaign, and then I've got my retargeting campaign. So the retargeting is basically anybody who visits the offer page, doesn't buy, then I retarget them with the idea of a lead magnet, an opt-in, to get them onto my email list, to be able to nurture them and potentially offer them some products and courses a bit further down the line. Anyway, what we're focused on is our main campaign, and in there, let me just show you how it's structured. Actually, if I just click on this is into the ad set level. So what we've got here, and you can see obviously these are the ad sets that are live, and these are old ones where I've run and tested different things, and then either stopped them, or if there were winning ads in it, what I did is I load them into this main ad set. So this becomes, so there's a testing area, if you like, of different ones, and then there's our core one. So any winning ads that come from here, I load them into the main campaign ad set. So if we go into this ad set, you'll see that actually I've got, let's get rid of that, quite a number of different creatives in here. If we look at the ones that are running right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 ads that are running right now, or 11 different creatives. And you really want to try and make sure you do have a good spread of those, because it's always changing. So you'll have an ad that potentially beat, one ad beats another for maybe a week, and then they sort of swap around. And so back to this whole thing, you can't really look at your stats on a day-to-day, or just take a 1-day view of them, or even a 7-day. You really need to be taking 14-day, 28 or 30-day views on them to see what's happening. So I always try and keep a good number of creatives in there, and different types of creative as well. So I just want to show you, have I got inside of that? Okay, so this is actually inside into the specific ads themselves. So one ad I've got is a very sort of direct type of image graphic. This is basically a carousel ad that sort of walks through steps of the landing page, and the look and feel and the graphics of it are very similar to the actual landing page, the offer page. So trying to make sure it's a nice and congruent look to it. But then there's a very different type of one, which is like a cleaner, and this is just, again, another carousel. But this is just graphic slides, again, that pick out the key points and just illustrate them so people can work their way through into what it is. So that's that one. I've then got a different type of one. This is a video, so we're using that opening graphic to try and catch people's attention, and then there's a video that shows a bit of guitar playing and the offer, and all of these have got different ad copy in them. Again, there's just a really simple just single image. Here we've got a testimonial video, which is just like 17 seconds. So what I'm saying is that you really need to try and work through as many different sort of variations as you can, and not really think it's just down to one ad, because as I say, over time different things come into play and different things work. But if we have a look, let's have just a look back on some of the numbers then over time. So let's have a look through at some of these click-through rates and unique outbound click-through rates. So we can see we vary on these, anything from about 1% right up to 2.5%. And I say, those numbers will vary market to market and day to day even. But what is useful to always look at is this ratio between the two, to give you a sense of actually are people responding when they actually see your ad. And you see these are reasonably good here. It's about 50% of the people who actually pause or in some way sort of engage or interact with the ad. Half of them then go through to click into the product, and obviously that other metric I was talking about is ultimately cost per purchase that we're looking at. So that's that side of the actual ads that's actually running at the moment. So the other thing, what I wanted to do is try a different sort of angle. I feel like some of the ads I've run so far have been fairly sort of like, direct and to the point. So I thought I'd do something that was probably a little bit sort of more playful and more about just engaging people. So I had this idea of the copy using the names of the riffs or the artists to just try and create a sort of an amusing little story, if you like. I used AI to try and do this, although it really struggles with anything that seems to have any element of humour or clever wordplay. It's not really that good at. But anyway, what I decided to do is even though it wasn't that great, I thought, well, I can get something that's good enough to test, to see if it's worth me spending more time. Because what I'm always looking to try and do is try and get some initial results quickly to then say, okay, there's something in this, it's worth me having a look at. So what I've done, okay, let's see, oh, it's this screen here. So what I did is just created three very simple images, two images and an 8-second video, again just to try and test these alongside. I put them in their own ad set, so I wanted to try and make sure that they got a certain amount of budget sent to them. And sometimes if you just added these ads into an ad set that's already got like 10 ads in it, it might never actually get any impressions, so it might struggle for Facebook to figure out whether it's working or not. So what I do to start with is I put them in their own little ad set, which is this one here. I called it Riffs Poetry. I'm not sure how poetic it is, but there you go. Anyway, so what I've done with that is literally started it, I think, day before yesterday. So if I have a look at the dates between yesterday and today, let's see what's happening. Let's move that over there so we can see what's going on. So actually, the good thing is that it has pushed these ads out. But okay, so the interesting thing is we've got our CTR numbers are all a good bit higher. So if I look at comparing it to, where's the right one? I'll get the right bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I was looking at these numbers, the highest at 2.5 and 1.48, and I'm now with these at even as high as 6 and 2.8 or 4.5 and 2.4. The good thing is there's the same sort of ratio between them. Actually, in the video, it's particularly high. So that's good because hopefully it means that my cost of my landing page views is less, and ultimately my cost of purchase is less. And we can see here that this top ad hasn't really got any sales on it, but the video so far has got 4 sales at £4.10 each, which is obviously a fantastic result. May not hold up over time, but what I'm going to do now is I've basically proven the fact that actually this might be an interesting angle. So I'm now I've got a copywriter friend of mine who's actually going to try and do something half decent, and we should be able to improve the results on this further. But that's the whole idea, is I try and do a quick test, run it for a couple of days, get an early indication as to whether it's worth putting more effort in, and from this we can see this. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I've got that new version from him, which will no doubt be 10 times better than this, we'll be able to test that too, and I'll show you that in detail exactly how it looks. But obviously, clearly as well, it seems on the face of it that the video is working very well. But as I say, given a few more days, these numbers will move and change. So we will come back and have a look at this once again. So hopefully that was a little interesting dive into the creative side of things. It's always an area that you can always do more work on. But obviously, hopefully over the course of this week with the ad side of things, so we've now got a bit of an extra test running on an ads. We've also got our split test running on the order bump. And yeah, I'll probably have a look tomorrow and just seeing how that's doing, and seeing whether it's worthwhile or potentially I've sort of slightly messing things up, which is also quite highly likely. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.